Good morning. This is Mrs. Goodman, and we are going to go ahead and get started with today's Zoom lesson. And today we are going to be talking about setting goals for the second semester. Before we start, I'm just going to turn the camera on so you can see what I look like. Hello. Again, I'm Mrs. Goodman. I'm one of the MVA teachers here, and we are going to go ahead and get started. So give me just a minute here. All right. So here we go. We'll start on our thing. So we're going to be talking today about setting goals for the second semester. Depending on what district you are in, second semester may have already started for you, or it is going to be starting soon. There's a slide down the line that we will look at the different start dates for second semester for different students. But that is our topic today, is setting up the goals for second semester. So what we need to know first before we can, start setting to goal, our goal is really, what is goal setting? What does it mean when you say, you're going to set a goal? So goal setting is the process of identifying something that you want to accomplish and then establishing measurable goals and time frames for reaching those goals. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is identify something that you want to accomplish. Since you are enrolled here at My Virtual Academy, you are a high school student. Our goal for being enrolled here is to eventually get our high school diploma. So I'm assuming that all of you, that is a goal of yours, that you would like to earn your high school diploma and you want to graduate. So that is the goal that we are, that is what we are identifying as our goal for this school year. Okay, and then we have to look at measurable goals and time frames. So we have our goal of earning our high school diploma. Now, how are we going to get there? We want to make sure that we have a plan and that we have a time frame to get that done. So in a school year, there are 2 semesters. Each of the semesters are 18 weeks long. So as a student enrolled in high school, your goal is to complete 12 classes, which is 6 credits each school year. So by the end of each semester, you should have 6 classes or 3 credits completed. So that is the goal for this school year. As a high school student, if you were enrolled in a brick and mortar school, you would be expected to complete 6 classes each semester. Being enrolled in My Virtual Academy, the expectation is also that you complete 6 classes each semester for a total of 12 classes for the school year, which would be a total of 6 credits. So that is our measurable goal and our time frame. So our measurable goal is to complete the 12 classes, and the time frame is in each school year. If we want to break that down a little more, our measurable goal is to complete 6 classes, the time frame each semester. So that's what we are looking to do as a student, enrolled in high school. Now, how do you get these 6 classes done in a semester? Okay, so we talked about that each semester is 18 weeks long. So if you were enrolled in a brick and mortar school, you were going to an actual high school, you would be given all 6 of your classes at the start of the semester, and the expectation would be that you complete all 6 classes by the end of the first semester. Then you would be given 6 more classes second semester, and you would be expected to complete all 6 of those classes second semester. In a brick and mortar school, you would be going to each class each day. Throughout the day, that's how you would get the time in. Being enrolled in My Virtual Academy, some students we've done in the past where we've given students all 6 classes up front and said, okay, go ahead and finish these 6 classes by the end of the 18 weeks. We found that that was very overwhelming for students. Trying to manage 6 classes at home on your own was just too much. So we've broken it down, and different students do it different ways. The most are you will have 3 classes, and the expectation is to get that done in 9 weeks. So if we have 3 classes every 9 weeks, then we can get done 6 classes in 18 weeks. For some students, 3 classes is too much to try to juggle at one time, so some students have only 2 classes. So if you have only 2 classes, then the expectation is that you get the 2 classes done in 6 weeks so that you can get 6 classes done in 18 weeks. Some students just like to work on one class. They find they are easier to focus for them. So if you have one class, then the expectation is that you get that one class done every 3 weeks so that you can get all 6 classes done in 18 weeks. So however you choose to do it, that's what being part of a virtual school, you have that flexibility, but you have to still keep to the measurable, the time frame, because the goal is to get 6 classes done each semester. So whether you do 3, 2, or 1 class, you're going to have to adjust the time that you get those classes done in order to get all 6 done in 18 weeks. So what you need to know is when is the end date of the semester for your district. So like I said, some districts have already completed first semester. So if you're in Vandercook Lake or Burr Oak, you're already into the second semester of school, which means you should have already completed 6 classes. If you're in Buchanan, Harper Woods, or Lake City, Lake City is ending this week. Buchanan is next Friday. Harper Woods, you go to February 1st. And this is all based on when you started school. So some schools started early in August, for example, Vandercook Lake, where some schools started later. So depending when you started, we calculate out when your district started, we calculate out the 18 weeks, and that's why the semesters end at different times. So you need to know which district you are in, you need to know your end date, and you need to understand that by the end of the first semester, you should have 6 classes completed. Okay, so that's how that works. Now, once second semester starts, we have end dates for second semester, so you want to make note of those. Vandercook, we don't have that listed yet, but that should be coming soon. But you want to know the end date of the second semester because, again, you need to have 6 classes completed by the end of the second semester. If for some reason you didn't complete all 6 classes first semester, then your goal is to try to get whatever you didn't complete done second semester along with the other 6 classes that you need. By the end of the year, you should have completed 12 classes or 6 credits. So if you have completed your 6 classes already, or if your semester is ending this week or next week and you will be completing 6 classes, then you have achieved your goal. Great job. You did what you were supposed to do for first semester. You earned the 3 credits that you need. You completed the 6 classes. You're right where you're supposed to be. So that is great. Give yourself a big pat on the back. You did great. You did what was expected. If you did not complete all 6 classes by the end of the first semester, you know what? Things happen in life. Things come up. You may be new to the school. You're just adjusting to online. You're really not sure what you were supposed to do. Don't beat yourself up. It's never too late to start over. If you weren't happy with yesterday, try something different today. Don't stay stuck. Do better. That is the key. If first semester you didn't complete your 6 classes, for whatever reason, you need to take a look at that and figure out why didn't you get your 6 classes done? What was the reason? Okay, so take a look at why those 6 classes get done And then you can say to yourself, okay, I'm going to do something different to make sure that this semester I get my classes done. The key is to don't keep doing what was not working. All right, I see I have a question. So if you finish all of your classes for the school year, would you get your classes for next year? Yes, great question. So if you were to complete all your 6 classes first semester, and then let's say by March you finish your next 6 classes, you can request that you can to have your classes for next year added on. Now, each district is different. That's something you have to discuss with your mentor. Some mentors allow you to do that depending on if you were behind already or where you were. That's going to depend. That's going to depend on, like I said, where you were. I'm sorry. Yeah, where you were in your credits for, being able to graduate. But that is definitely, if you get all 12 classes done and you want to go on, you want to have more classes added because it's not the end of the school year yet, ask your mentor. And they're the ones that do have to approve that. Okay? But again, the key is, we just had somebody join. I just want to reiterate some of the things. Each semester, your goal is to complete 6 classes, which equals 3 credits, because every class is worth a half a credit. So your goal in the school, each school year, is to complete 12 classes. So your goal is to complete 6 classes first semester, 6 classes second semester. If by the end of the first semester you've completed your 6 classes, then you are right where you should be. You should be patting yourself on the back. You've done what you should. If you have not completed 6 classes by the end of the semester, then like this sign says, it's not too late to do better. Okay, you need to take a look at what you did first semester, why you didn't get all the credits in that you needed, why you weren't able to do that, and then you have to do something different to earn the credits that you need. Okay, so your goal is to don't stay stuck, it's to do better. Okay, and like I said, you're going to take a look at at what you did first semester and why you did not complete all 6 classes. Or you can even take a look at what you did first semester. If you did complete all 6 classes, then you can take a look at that and see what were the things that you did well and continue to do those. What things can you do better, and you can change those. But if you didn't complete all 6 classes, then you have to do something differently to achieve your goal. Okay, so think about it. Did you work like you should have? If you were enrolled in a brick and mortar school, like in a regular high school, you would be going to class every day for about 50 minutes. So it's about 5 hours a day you'd be in school doing schoolwork. And you would be going Monday through Friday, 5 days. So if we use 5 hours a day, 5 days a week, you would be working, putting in 30 hours a week on schoolwork. Are you doing that at home? Oh, I'm sorry, we have Jamisha. Yes, you can go ahead and record. There's also going to be a recording of this entire presentation that I will send you guys the link for. So if you came in late, I will send you the link for the recording, and you can go ahead and watch that after this is over. Give me about a half hour, and then I'll send the link out, and then you can go ahead, click on the link, and watch the entire presentation. Okay, so I'm sorry, back to our slide. So you should be working approximately 5 hours a day, 5 days a week, for approximately 30 hours a week. So if you didn't get your 6 classes in for the first semester, you have to look at that. Was I working 30 hours a week? Was I doing what I was supposed to be doing? in order to get these classes done. Now, the good thing about online school is that those 30 hours you can work whenever you want. You don't have to get up at 6:30 to catch the bus by 7:30 to get to school, and spend the day in school. You can sleep in till 11 o'clock, start your day at noon. You don't have to work 5 hours straight. You can work 2 hours, take a break, work another 2 hours, take a break. A lot of students like to work in the middle of the night. I have a lot of students that are working at midnight, 1 o'clock. That's okay too. So that's the nice thing about online school, is that you get to work when you want at your own pace, but you have to work. So again, if you didn't get your 6 classes in for first semester, take a look at yourself and see, did you work the 30 hours that's required? Okay, if you didn't, then you're going to have to work more now. Make it your goal second semester. I'm going to work, my goal is to get in the 30 hours each week. The other thing is you need to make a school a priority. Did you make school a priority? Or, life is very crazy, and I know students have a lot on their plate. You have jobs, some of you have kids, you have parents, siblings, you babysit, there's a lot of things in your life that's taking, your time away, and I do understand that. So you have to make sure, though, that you set school as a priority. If you were enrolled in a brick and mortar school, you're set to go, in the morning and you stay till 2:30. You're forced to go each day. I guess you could miss if you were sick or something came up. But when you're at home, it's so easy to let other things become the priority. You say, okay, this morning I'm going to work on my classes, and then, your friend calls and wants to go to the mall, and school can wait. So it's really important that you make school the priority. The other thing is that you need to make yourself and your goals a priority. You are important. A high school diploma is important. Make that your priority. Okay? Like again, people calling you to do things, they're taking you away from your priority. You have to put yourself first. Sometimes, your sister might need you to drive her to the mall, and you'll have to, you have to say, what, I have to do my schoolwork first. I have to at least put an hour in. So make sure you are making yourself and your goals a priority. And the best way to do that, all of this, is to create a schedule and stick to it. Make yourself a schedule. Monday, I'm going to work 2 hours in the morning in math. I'll work 2 hours in the afternoon in English, and I'll work 2 hours in the evening in science. And Tuesday, I'll work, I'm just going to work in science on Tuesday, so I'm going to work 5 hours in science. Write down the schedule, make that schedule, and really try to stick to it. So these are some things. This is what you need to do. If you have not completed your 6 classes in the first semester, you need to look back, take a look at what you did that didn't work, and now you need to change things and do things differently. Okay, we do have another question about, can you continue to work during the summer? Summer is a little bit different. We never know if summer school is going to be offered. And again, every district, it's their choice whether they offer the summer school or not. If your district does allow summer school, it is not free. We, in the past, I don't know what it would be this year, but in the past, the charge was $50 to work until the end of June, and then another $50 to work until the end of July. However, during the summer, we do not add new classes. You are allowed to complete the classes that you already have. So that's how it was in the past. We wait, usually we find out around May whether we're going to be whether your district will be offering summer school. If we do find out that they do offer summer school, we will pass that information on to you and let you know, how it's going to work. So that's how the good question about summer school. Okay. Okay, and the last thing that I just want to say is to remember to be determined in achieving your goals. They're your goals. They have to be a priority to you. You have to make them important. If earning your high school diploma is not important to you, you're not going to do well in completing your classes. You have to say, I am important. Getting my diploma is important. That is going to be a priority. And then you need to work and do what you need to do to achieve that goal. Be determined. Create that schedule. Work more in your classes. Set aside time for school. Those are the things you have to do in order to get to where you want to be. So that is where we're at. I just want to put the slide up one more time so that everybody is aware that you need to know. So depending on what district you are in, like we said before, if you're in Burr Oak or Vandercook Lake, first semester has already ended and you should have 6 classes completed. If you're in Lake City, the semester is ending this week. Buchanan, it's ending next Friday, and Harper Woods is ending on February 1st. By the end of the first semester, you should have 6 classes completed. If you do, again, congratulate yourself. You are amazing. You did what you were supposed to do. If you did not or do not have those 6 classes, don't beat yourself up. Just take a look at what did not work last semester and change things so that it will work this semester and you'll be able to achieve your goal of completing your classes. So I thank you all for joining. If you have any questions, you can go ahead. I'm going to give you a few minutes to type them in the chat box. It looks like we don't have questions. I did take down the names of the students that were here. I will let your teacher know that you joined, and then your teacher, the teachers do offer extra credit. So you will be able to get extra credit for attending this live lesson. Like I said, I'll let your teacher know. So when you talk to your teacher, remind them I was at that Zoom lesson. Make sure I get my extra credit, and different teachers give different extra credit. So, but I do have your names recorded. Again, I thank you for joining. You guys have a great day and work in those classes to get the credits you need for this school year. Thanks and bye.